Hola. There we go. Incredible morning. Hola, people. I am waiting on my DTF order. I have to wait maybe like another 20 minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes, but I have to wait on it. So I figured since I got to sit in the car because I already went and got me something to drink from Wendy's. So I got to still wait. So I just came on. Say hello. Hello. How is everyone doing? Yeah, that's what I want to know, Anita. How is everyone doing today? Incredible greetings. Incredible greetings. Incredible morning. Incredible morning. There we go. What did you have from Wendy's? I actually like their seasoned potatoes. I really, really do like those. I think they need to have that all day long. I mean, don't get me wrong, their fries are good, but I like the potatoes are amazing because I used to go to KFC for their potato wedges. I was so pissed when KFC took it away. I understand food costs or whatever, but man, those potato wedges were so freaking good from KFC. So now, whenever I have like a little feel for like I know I understand French fries are potatoes also, but it's just different. I go to Wendy's and have potato wedges and a strawberry lemonade mixed with tea. Yep, the seasoned potatoes. Yep, had me seasoned potatoes and a tea. Their four stick French toast is pretty good because thank you, because like if you, I don't know if you've ever really noticed it, but it's actually like a piece of bread and it's cut up. Like it's pretty cool. But yeah, I've had those before as well. And thank you. And incredible morning. Incredible morning. Oh, it won't let me see it on here. All right. Well, hello, everyone. I am Shakia the Professor, HS Inc. 365. We are the 3-year-old HS Inc. 365. And honestly speaking, we are the home of the honestly speaking. Oh, look, I forgot. I didn't even realize I had on my Be Incredible. Ooh, excuse me. We must all strive to be incredible. What's in my DTF order? Some things for a shirt for 365 Creative Academy, because I realized I actually didn't have anything. All of my shirts still have the Silaholics Anonymous, and they were like sublimation, and I think I had one that was vinyl, but all of my shirts had um Silaholics Anonymous Academy because that's what it was before. And then when I wanted it to be ours, like don't get me wrong, I still teach silhouette, still love the program. I think it's great for beginners. It is a great introductory to graphic designing and vector designing, but it still had like that name as far as like representing us was still very much attached to silhouette. Um, so we end up changing and redoing everything once we kind of had the HS Sync 365 to where it was 365 Creative Academy. So I have some of those, and I had to get more prints for some other teachers for what's those things that's in the back? Um, polos. So that is what's in the detail. It wasn't really big. I only did a 1 inch print. It's still a gang sheet, so it's 22 by not 1 inch, 1 foot, so 22 by 12 inches. So not too big of an order. I don't really care for, to be honest. I don't really see how people do gang sheets with all that ish on it. What the heck? I keep touching it, feels wet. With all that stuff on it, and like they pack it all in, and you have to go in and cut all that up. I don't understand those. They drive me absolutely nuts. There was a guy in here when I was picking mine up, and his was just like, it was a large print, and then, it would be easy to just go in and shoot, shoot, even if, or you had a paper cutter to go put it in and then just like cut it like in the sections. But when you have to go in and cut all that stuff out, that is annoying. It is very annoying. So I actually don't care for I don't care for like mixed order game sheets and kind of like trying to cram a bunch of stuff in there. Nope. I know for some people it's like, oh, but it saves money and I can fit more, and like, it's each transfer goes down, because you divide it by the total cost of it, but the amount of time to separate those and then just being able to organize it, because everything will be different size versus cutting everything down to within the same size box, and then just being able to like pull it and yeah, I'm not a big fan of gang sheets, to be honest. Not saying this doesn't work. Works for a lot of people. For my setup and just my personal preference, I'm not a big fan. So I try to avoid um gang sheets like that. I like ones where I can just kind of make straight cuts. Incredible morning. I could also say incredible morning ink. I can say ink morning. I love our little INK, because it's like anything where there's supposed to be like ING, especially, I can use ink. So this is just a general live. Like I said, I'm just waiting on my DTF. I'm waiting on my DTF print, so I'm just on here. So if you guys just had general topics and things like that, feel free to post your question, post your topic, your area of discussion. Post the what are you being nosy about? If you want to be nosy about something, feel free to, comment, post. I'm just hanging out with y'all while I'm waiting on this order, because they had to redo it. It was actually made way too big. They made a mistake and rotated it. So I just have to wait for them to reprint it. But when you have a roll to roll printer, it has to be put into the queue and like all of that stuff. And then, wait for like the next order to come out. That way they can put it on the take up reel. So just gotta wait for them to do that. I didn't have anything major for this morning, so it's okay for me to wait. Hey, just say incredible morning, Jesse. Why is there such a delay? Thank you for watching from West Virginia. Incredible morning. I missed your last videos. Now I see why you said you do not stone. I've been busy. Yeah, I'm not set up for that ministry. My patients aren't set up that way. I tried one time. Well, I don't say one time. I've tried a couple of times. But it was like one of the times where it was like the straw. They did say the straw that broke the camel's back. It was a small shoe. It was me trying to stone a small Converse for my niece when she was like one, one or two, one of those. And I was like, oh heck, this ain't the life. I cannot. Yeah. Doing stones is not for me. I hear it, but I don't see them. It's one of those, I hear them honking. It's one of those like little Spanish food truck thingies. Oh my God, that feels so good. Cracking my back. So I hear it, but I just don't see it. Oh, that was a big crack. You still have 3 shoes to, oh, you're doing multiple sets of shoes. Yeah, tis a lot. Tis a lot. Incredible morning, Nikki. How art thou? Thank you guys for giving the video a thumbs up. I see them coming through. Thank you guys for giving the video a thumbs up. Now, these sessions, like I always say, when I hit go live, especially if you don't see like a thumbnail or like it's all on you guys. So you got to post your comments, your questions, your topics. Whether it be about designing, silhouette, Epson, printers, sublimation, eco-solvent, Roland, party favors, business, social media. You decide what it is that you need to learn today. And you put that in the comments. What do you need to learn today? Not want, but what do you need to learn about? Hello, Coretta. Incredible greetings. It's like names like that. It's like Coretta Scott King wasn't the first Coretta. Like they were, her name probably came from someone else. But it's like when you have those moments in history, then you always want to ask people, like depending on like how old they are, like, were you named after like Coretta King? Like, you see people's name, like their names are like Rihanna or Beyonce's. Well, Beyonce, I don't know if I know of anyone like, was there like Beyonce's? Well, actually, no, I'm not going to say that because actually, Miss Tina says that Beyonce was her family's last name. So, TB says, yippee! I finally got you live. Just found you a short time ago. Love your videos. Learning a lot. Thank you from Upper Michigan. Need to learn a lot. Like what? Tell us one thing that you need to learn. But I am glad that you are loving the videos and you are finding them to be helpful for you. If you have a favorite one, let us know. What is your favorite video that you have come across on our platforms? And I'm not sure which one you're watching from, but if you're watching on Silaholics Anonymous, make sure that you go over to Honestly Speaking and subscribe to that as well, and vice versa. If you're watching us on Honestly Speaking, We also have Silaholics Anonymous. If you are into like wanting to learn Silhouette Studio, it doesn't matter what software, like what not software, what cutting machine you have. I teach Silhouette Studio as a graphic designing software. Even if you are a Cricut user and you use Cricut Design Space or whatever, you can still learn to use Silhouette Studio because it allows you to create SVGs and things of that nature. When you buy SVGs, they're not designing those in Cricut Design Space, they're designing those in design softwares and making the SVG available for you. There was no specific SVG for Silhouette, for Cricut, for GraphTech, for Caesar, for StarCraft. An SVG is an SVG. So you can learn and get used to using design programs for vectors by learning Silhouette Studio. Incredible morning. Oh, wait, I was trying to go here, but then Tim Zone popped up. So there we go. First, incredible morning. What's up? Just over here embroidering. Got about 5 cheer uniforms to make for a team. I did last year. They need other sizes. You're putting embroidery on the cheer uniforms? They must be used the old school ones, like where the name goes across. Like we used to kind of do that. And then when I got some for my cheerleaders, I end up putting, I think, vinyl. Back then, I wish I really was doing sublimation because I could have subbed it. Actually, was I doing sublimation by then? I don't remember, but I end up putting vinyl on their cheer uniforms. Like we had just got some just for like games and stuff, but their competition uniform was complete sublimation. We outsourced that part. But what part are you embroidering? That's what's up, Mazia Martin. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Nice, nice, nice. With glitter vinyl, that must be an all-star cheer team. You normally don't see that type of stuff to have an applique with glitter vinyl for just like a rec league or a high school team. That has to be an all-star team. Ooh, you posted a story. Okay, I'm gonna go and look at it and show it some love. I'll be checking it out on TikTok too. Make sure though that stuff like that is not just post in your story because that goes away. I always I'll see stuff in someone's story and then I'll go check their page to see if it's posted as just a regular video or reel on their page as well. And most times it's not. So if you are not posting it on the page as well, make sure you guys are doing that because no one gets to see your work after 24 hours because stories disappear. I need to learn more about moving the little points to reshape graphics and changing colors. Just learning Silhouette in general. It is so different than Cricut. Loving all I can do. Loving all I can now do in Silhouette. Yeah, so Cricut, you have to remember that although they are giving you a lot of design options and functions and things like that, at the end of the day, Cricut is all about keeping you within their nucleus. Like it's keeping it all under one. Like they want you to use their software with their cutters or like whatever their machinery is, to use their cutters like with their vinyl, which is why they have this so-called smart vinyl, which it's not really anything special about it. What makes it smart is because they don't like you can't adjust anything on their machines. They make it where it's going to go to where their grips are on the side. So because it's a 12-inch cutter, they make their vinyl 13 inches. When it was like the Joy, that's a 9-inch cutter, they make it 10 inches. That's the only thing that makes it smart. But they are smart in creating all of these things that you're going to use with like their system. Infusible ink. They could have just done, they could have come out with sublimation, like their own line of sublimation ink, sublimation paper, because people are getting into it. But why do that when they're like, okay, I can just give you sheets? Because if you're just doing sublimation, that you really don't have to use any of our cutting equipment. So now they have the heat press. So if you did regular sublimation, of course, you can apply it with like their heat presses and stuff. But they made the sheets that you can just cut and then apply. I mean, you can't really do like customized stuff with it, but they're smart in trying to keep you within their platform. I'm pretty sure Silhouette didn't intend for their software to be used the way that I use it and the way that I teach. I'm pretty sure they wanted it to kind of be a nice little ecosystem where you design and then you do print and cuts and you still cut with their machine. But baby, I'm showing people how to basically use that sucker like it's Illustrator. So I'm pretty sure they didn't intend for that. But Cricut is not going to give you a lot of options that will encourage going outside of their system. So that's why you have to learn other programs. And Silhouette Studio is just a stepping stone. Once you learn that and you get like the basics down, how you move edit points in Silhouette Studio is going to be the same way you move edit points in Illustrator. How you subtract is the same way that you will minus front, minus back. Unite is the same thing as welding, and you'll get used to those. And when it gets to a point where you need a more robust, more intuitive program, more commercialized program, that's when you get into your Corel Draws and your Illustrators. I'm not a big fan of Affinity, so I don't really talk on that one. I actually made a YouTube video last year and on how I made a uniform, also making into a YouTube short. Yes, definitely should. That's one thing that I don't do. I have to start. I'm not great with short form content. I am not great with short form content at all. I don't pretend to be great with short form content, but I definitely need to get into it because I need to post more YouTube shorts. No, I don't offer them as far as printing them in-house. I'm actually here picking mine up. But I do have clients where once I design it for them, I have them print it and then I send it to them. So I have supplied DTF prints to clients, but I don't print them in-house. That's like even here, like if I was to go in here right now, like there's a whole team of people here and there is a team of people who's back there with the DTF printer. It's really, really hard to do that where you're providing prints and then do other stuff. So if your passion is in making the designs, making the products, pressing them and stuff like that, adding on prints doesn't really help you make more money because it's going to take you away from the things that you really enjoy doing and why you started the business. But now if you have the help and you have someone you want to be able to add that to it, if you're going to add that, also add someone to basically run that. So right now, we're not looking to add that on at this current moment. Which Cameo machine do I prefer? I have all 4 series. For what I do with a Cameo, I don't really have a need past a 12-inch. Anything larger than that, I prefer to use my larger cutters. Yeah, I don't really. So I will never ever recommend the Pro. The 24-inch is just not worth it. The 15-inch isn't bad, but it kind of gets kind of wonky for people because that matte is technically not 15 inches. It's 14 by 15. So it's kind of weird where you line stuff up at. So that's kind of in, but you have no choice but to buy a 4. And if your needs and you have just a regular size printer, and that's what the size you're going to print, like you don't need something bigger than that. Some people wanted the 15 inch so they can do 13 by 19, but then it doesn't really help them any still, because there's no 15 by 24 inch mat. You still only have 15 inches. So a 13 by 19 on there just doesn't work. But yeah, my favorite though, out of all 4 that I have, is my original and the 2, which you can only buy those from marketplaces or buy them used, or pre-owned, pre-purchased, because sometimes people will have them and they're still brand new in the box. They just had already purchased it. But the 1 and the 2 are my favorites. The 3 I absolutely cannot stand. Is there a trace tool where you just lay nodes down? And I know I should know as much as I watch you, but drawing a blank. So, I mean, if you just lay nodes down, I mean, that's just your edit points. And that's you moving them around. But as far as in a trace tool, no. So you do what's called manual tracing, and you're going to go around it using your edit points. Or a lot of the times, like if it's like a really, really big one, I won't try to go around with your edit points, because unlike Illustrator, Facebook, Photoshop, you can't pick it back up and make it connect. Once you kind of release a pen, like the pencil or the edit points, or like you're drawing a polygon, it's released, and you just have to kind of connect it and then move it around. So if it's something big, I'll make a shape like a circle or a square or whatever. Like if I know I need rounded things, I'm just going to make curves. I'm just going to make a circle, and I'm going to add edit points to that and then move them around to manually trace the item. Can I recommend a company that does DTF? 613 Originals, FM Expressions, and where I'm at locally, if you're in South Florida, Florida Flexible. Those are the 3. There's another company. I love them, and I'm going to help them get to where I can, without a shadow of a doubt, recommend them. But we got to work on some things, and then I will probably have that one on my list as well. Oh, True Prints. I don't know if True Prints does customized stuff. But Eric them from the Blank Spot said True Prints is also good. But I don't know if they do custom orders. I don't think they do, like custom game sheets. I'm a silhouette girl, so I prefer, oh my God, it's hot in here now. I have this on because in my office it's freezing, but right now sitting out here it's kind of hot. But I'm a silhouette girl, so I prefer cameos for small format type cutting. I do have a US cutter. I have a Roland, which also cuts. We plan to get a Roland cutter to go with our Roland BN20. And in September, I'm going to be learning the Caesar Romeo. So you guys will be able to go on that journey with me as I'm learning it. Because even though I know Silhouette, I know Illustrator, I know how to use my Roland, this is a totally different machine. So I go through certain steps. Whenever I have a new machine, I'm going through the same steps to familiarize myself with it. And you guys are going to get to see that in real time in the month of September. Is there a template for mugs on Silhouette for so Silhouette? I mean, I don't know in their design store. We have one that's available on our website. You can buy that mug template, or you can, if you have the vault, it's in there as well. The template vault, it's in there. But I can't say that I know of a template in the Silhouette Studio design store. Yeah, 613 is pretty cool. I used them for years for screen print transfers, and now they offer DTF. I'm having a problem with my vinyl not cutting in the right place, and cutting it too far over off the mat. So I need to learn how to keep it in place so I won't use up so much vinyl. So if it's not cutting in the right place, it can be a couple of things. One, you're using a mat, but you don't have a mat selected in the software. So you need to make sure that it says Cameo and which Cameo and like which mat. And make sure that you're loading your vinyl in that place on it. If you have it set to no mat or like just media, it's going to cut into your mat and like it's going to be all over the place. If you are referring to print and cut, that's a different beast. But as far as you're saying, like it's not my vinyl is not cutting in the right place. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. Now, if it's you're cutting vinyl and by right not in the right place, you mean that it's cutting on the other side of your mat, that is because you are using like under the cut settings when you go to send, you have it on a HTV setting, something that technically like the system feels like it should be mirrored. So if in those settings you're choosing mirror, it doesn't flip it and mirror it right in that section. So if it's over here, it's going to mirror it and flip the whole thing to the other side. So if you want it to stay in that area, you're going to flip it horizontally, and so that it just flips in that section. And when you go to send, you're going to send it as is, not mirrored. So I don't know if it's if that is the issue or if it's a print and cut issue. But we go over that in the 30-day training. So if you don't have the 30-day training, definitely get that because I break that down and you get to see it visually in the 30-day training. Well, a DTF is a transfer. So you're saying you just do screen print transfers from them? Because DTF technically is a transfer. No problem, Bob. Okay, I've been on here 30 minutes, which means they should definitely be done with my stuff by now. So I'm going to go. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity, be incredible. And remember, well, I'll say remember, but I didn't even say in the beginning, because I kind of did late, the sale for HS Inc., because yesterday was our ink anniversary, the 20% off of Honestly Speaking products, and buy one, get one 50% for classes, or buy one HS Inc. product, get a class for 60% is still going on. So head over to the website and take advantage of those deals and discounts before they go away. All right. So it's all at checkout. No code needed. All at checkout. Honestly Speaking products, meaning paper and ink, not cartridges and all that stuff. They are 20% off. It's not on the pre-order of rolls. And then all the classes, buy one, get one 50% off. All right. Until next time. Peace.